Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm really excited today because I have two guests here from the Y, which my all day, every day is the Y. So I'm really excited for an opportunity to talk with all of the guests that we have here because there's a lot that you can't even see yet. So we'll bring them in for a special treat in just a little bit. But the Y has so many programs that I feel like we could do a show every single day of the week and still not even let you know everything that we have going on, because it is truly an organization that has something for everyone. And that sounds a little cliche because that's one of the phrases that we use sometimes too to just describe what's going on, but it's the closest thing to the truth. So before we get to talk about all of the fun things that will kind of make me excited, because I'm not sitting down either, so I could just keep moving forever. But before we do that, of course, one of the very important things that we have to do is start off by thanking all of the sponsors that even make it possible for us to talk to you today. So of course, Hy-Vee and the wonderful location. We're gonna be moving our bodies right in front of the healthy produce, so it just makes sense. Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivel Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper's Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine County Fair, and Bear of Muscatine. So Sawyer Brown, my youngest son's name is Sawyer. Sawyer Brown's going to be at the Muscatine County Fair this year, so I feel like everyone should get tickets. They're $20. You can buy them online right now. I just have to put that link in there. So you should do that. But Nicole is here, Luann is here from the Y. We have a few things that we're going to just give you reminders of really quickly that we hope to see you at or participating in some way. And then Luann is going to tell us all about a really great program that has been happening at the Y, how it got started, what they're doing, and then give us some demos too. So Nicole, hi. First, what do we have going on?
So you said there's something for everyone, literally, and there really is a whole bunch of fun stuff going on. Tonight, specifically, is the lip sync battle.
Yes.
So if anybody doesn't already have plans, or if you're willing to brave the heat, even if it's just for a short time, come to the Mississippi Brew tonight, because starting at about 5 o'clock, 5:30 kickoff, we're going to be having a lip sync battle. You do not have to be a fabulous singer. There's no singing involved. It's not even karaoke, right? It is just a lip sync battle. So you mouth the words. And do you remember in high school choir, if you didn't know the words, you're supposed to say watermelon, 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 and your lips just move a bunch?
I didn't do high school choir, but I have heard the watermelon thing.
Okay.
So
worst case scenario, you get up on stage, you have a bunch of fun. Everything tonight at the Brew is in support of the youth and teen programs at the YMCA. Yes. So if all you want to do is stand up there with a microphone and stand on 2 feet and mouth the word watermelon over and over, I feel like that might be okay, and you're still helping the YMCA programs.
There are prizes for those that participate. You can check out the Facebook page for more information. The Youth and Teen Facebook page has it. The Muscatine Community Y page has it. Tony Tone is emceeing, DJing the event tonight, so he's going to make sure that everyone is completely entertained. We were actually talking about it last night, and he reminded me that it's not going to be that hot. There is a beautiful breeze that comes right off of the river, and then there is shade from that building, and it's going to be, it's evening, so things have kind of just simmered down a little bit. Yeah. So do not let the heat keep you away. You will be entertained. The Brew will serve you lots of cold beverages, and then from all food and beverage sales, 20% is going back to the Y in that program. So just come grab dinner.
So a big shout out to the Mississippi Brew, and thank you for your support, because again, without some of these show sponsors or without program sponsors of the Y, there's a bunch of things we wouldn't be able to do. So we appreciate all their support. Come out and have some fun tonight, and it's a great cause. And if you just want to sit in the audience and clap and smile and laugh, that's the place for you.
Yes. Yes. And there have been people working really hard on these acts too. We have a lot of kids that enter, and this is something they take really seriously, and they've been practicing, and they're and ready to go. A couple years ago, YMCA staff were there at the end, and we got up and did the YMCA, which might go on record as the longest song in the world. It's a long one. But Nicole will do it again tonight.
Maybe. By the way,
you're there at 9, she'll do it.
There's no battle fee this year either. In the past, they've asked for a small fee to participate, and this year, the goal is just to fill the stage. So there's not even a fee to come and have fun and join. And if you, like I said, it's a great cause and a really easy way to support a really great mission.
And if you're someone that likes silent auction raffle kind of style things, there's going to be opportunities for that too. So again, all of those proceeds go right to the Muscatine Community Y and the youth that use those programming. There are endless hours each summer especially, and then after school in our teen center where kids are learning character development, responsibility to the community, really working together and having that place to belong. We don't want anyone just wandering around on the streets feeling like they don't have somewhere to go. So this funding goes right to that. You don't have to be a Y member to use those programs. It's a really great thing that we have with, again, hours on hours. So this summer, even if you don't have anything going on and the kids need somewhere to go and be, check out those Y Teen programs. So, and then come learn all about them tonight too, because I'm sure there'll be information there as well. So,
absolutely.
Okay, next thing, because we want to make sure that we get to Luann too, so we'll kind of just go through the list. Can I mention this one?
Please do. Yes.
Okay, so this is the Hyde Car Show. I think this might be the first time we're mentioning it on this show, but it's just about a month away. So July 9th is going to be the car show. It will be the third time that Hy-Vee is hosting this car show. And the proceeds benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters and Special Olympics here in Muscatine locally. So we have had this car show 2 years now. We started it as an outdoor event. It was one of those only things that you could do during COVID, and we were blown away by the support. I don't think we could have been here early enough. Cars were lining up. The parking lot was full. It's a really exciting turnout. We have entertainment. Tony's going to be helping us out on that one again. So if you guys just want to spend time with Tony, you can just come support the Y programs in a few different ways. But it's a good time. $20 registration fee for those cars. The trophies just arrived, so you can watch our Facebook page. We'll be giving you a peek of those. This year new, the first 20 cars to show up and be registered here on July 9th. Starts at 8 o'clock for registration. The event's open to the public at 9, but those first 20 that are here are getting dash plaques this year, which I guess is a cool thing. And we put magnets on the back so they can go home and go right on your tool bench in your garage or wherever you want to put those. So something to mark the calendar for. We'll talk about more details with that. Again, it benefits Big Brothers Big Sisters and Special Olympics. So we have to mention Special Olympics.
We do, absolutely. So if any of you followed our Facebook page or our Instagram or any of those things, you probably know that a bunch of the Special Olympic athletes just returned from the national games. The USA Games for Special Olympics were held in Orlando. They had a ton of fun. They played hard. They grew as athletes and as individuals and everything else. They did amazing. Some of them brought back some pretty awesome hardware.
Yes.
And that's maybe just a teaser of more to come, because we would love to have them on the show soon and brag them up a little bit and hear about their experiences. But there were about a dozen or so athletes that went, and then a couple of coaches, and one of our Special Olympians, Corey Leonard, went as a coach, which is amazing.
And that team, I believe, earned a bronze medal. Right?
They did. I think they did.
So for all of the Iowa athletes that went, Special Olympics Iowa did a great job showcasing them too on their Instagram and their Facebook. So check all of those out. And then of course our Facebook. But yeah, so Tim, who is Special Olympics staff person and coach, he'll have the athletes on here soon, hopefully, to talk about that, because they'd be really excited. I see Adam, who works at Hy-Vee, who's an athlete that was down there. So yeah, lots of people, if you see somebody that was there, tell them good job and congratulations. And even if they didn't come back with the hardware, what an experience.
Absolutely.
So,
we're super proud of all of them.
And Corey met Donald Duck. I did see a picture, and that was one of his goals. He said if he got to take a picture with Donald Duck, he was going to do it.
That was a bucket list item.
I saw both of them in the same photo frame. So
awesome.
Exciting. All right, Luann, I think that's it. Should I ask you first if we anything else?
We're going to keep moving because we have more to cover.
Perfect. Okay, so Luann, give us a little preview. Who are you and why are you here?
Well, hi, I'm Luann, and I'm one of the certified Silver Sneaker instructors at the Muscatine Community Y. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Silver Sneakers first before I bring on a group that's going to help demonstrate. Silver Sneakers is perfect for the individuals that are brand new to exercising, but also for anyone that's wanting to improve their muscular endurance and flexibility. Silver Sneakers is a health and fitness program built for 65 and older, but there's no age requirement. You work at your own pace. You can stand, you can sit, you can use equipment or not use equipment. And you'll see some of the equipment we have here. We have tubing, we have hand weights, and we have the ball. We're going to be demonstrating just a little bit about each. I do remind you quite frequently to take the drinks, drink of water. I tell you about holding your core and how important breathing is to exercising. And we do all usually have a chair, which we don't have today, but at the Y you will have a chair. So you can sit or you can stand during the entire program. We do begin every class with a warm-up and a range of motion, but today we're going to get right on to the work section. So in just a few minutes, we're going to bring in some people and using the tubing. So,
Luann, tell us real quick, who is the class for? What's your target group that comes?
Really, the class is for any person that would like to increase their mobility and their balance and their flexibility.
Perfect.
But it is geared for 65 and older. That's the whole big format of Silver Sneakers. But like I said, you can do your own pace, and it can be any age.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to a quick commercial. Then we're going to get this table out of the way, and then we'll show you the resistance
We're going to start
bands.
we're going to start with the tubing. And then we're going to go to the ball and then the weights. So.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm TJ Deere, General Manager here at Toyota of Muscatine.
Hi, I'm Megan and I'm from Muscatine.
My name is Logan and I'm from Muscatine.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe in investing in our community.
And that's why all our members are local to the Muscatine area.
It's why we give generously to charities based in our city.
Because we believe that giving back means paying it forward.
That's why an investment in us is an investment in our community.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we're here to serve.
When you buy a vehicle at a multi-brand dealership and it isn't locally owned, it can be difficult to get information that you need.
That's why all of our trained salespeople are focused on one thing, getting you the best deal possible on a new or used Toyota.
And when you pick your favorite, we will help you with financing and maintenance.
We love helping our neighbors.
Come to Toyota Muscatine today.
All right, we are back, and Luann has pulled up the tubing. We're gonna have Nicole help narrate a little bit, because this takes both hands. So I'll hand it over.
So we have some really awesome volunteers who have come from our Silver Sneakers class at the Y, and they are our demonstrators and models today for you. So some of the movements that we do at the Y when we instruct the Silver Sneakers class include this exercise tubing. Like Luann mentioned, it doesn't require that you use the tubing. There are still plenty of movements that you can do without any tools or without any tubing at all. But of course it adds a little bit of extra resistance and a little bit of extra tension to the movement and a little bit more mobility and flexibility and waking up all of those muscles that may need a little reminder that they're working hard.
Yeah, and really good for either recovering or preventing injury, right?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, and like we mentioned, it's designed for folks that are, it's active older adults is what it's described as. So it's designed for anyone who's 55 and older or 65 and older. We have some folks that are way over that age, and I think it's absolutely awesome. We have some folks who are way under that age.
You gotta look.
Are you looking at me?
You gotta.
These class participants are absolutely awesome. A lot of them come every single week. We have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there is a 10-10 class and an 11-10 class. So all of our classes at the Y are totally free with membership. So if you have a membership at the Y, this class is included. If you don't have a YMCA membership and you are not a Silver Sneakers supplemental insurance carrier, then you can purchase a punch card. So we do have a couple of folks that have taken advantage of that punch card that we have.
Yep.
But most of the time, you can either get that free membership or at least attend the class for free.
Right. So check with your insurance company, because a lot of those like post-retirement insurance plans, whether it's Humana, or they have some Silver Sneakers component.
Yes.
And so you get either a reimbursement or your membership is included and free with that. So double check, because it could be a really great way to not only join the Y and participate in a class, but really kind of join a community. And it gives you that routine and stuff too that a lot of people might miss after that work life part of your life ends. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say, this class has been going on for a year now.
Yes.
We've been offering it at the Y for just over a year, which is awesome, I think, because it's really been a group effort on the part of all of our coworkers, and everyone kind of pitches in to clean and disinfect equipment in between those couple of classes, and to set up equipment the day before, and to tear down equipment. Every single participant gets these weights that you're seeing, and of course you pick your own weight. So if you don't want to use any weight at all, you don't need to. If you've been in the class for several months or even a year and you're ready to increase, then you can of course use 1, 3, 5, 8-pound weights. It doesn't matter. But we just encourage everyone to go at their own speed, and of course follow your doctor's instructions.
Yes.
And we don't want injury. We don't want you to get burnt out. We want you to keep coming. And the folks that have been coming for a long time, they really do have a great relationship and see familiar faces, and it's wonderful to build some of that camaraderie and to build a little bit of, do you think it's responsibility? That's not quite the right word I want to, but like the accountability
They
piece.
hold you a little bit accountable.
Because if you don't come to class for a few days, somebody's going to wonder about you and give you a call, or they're going to check in on you and want to know what's going on.
Sorry. Okay, they really get to partying in that room. So they turn that music up and go to town.
A great energy.
Well, and music just makes it a little easier too, I think, too.
It does.
Okay, so this is a movement that Luann says is for working your wrist. So they use these balls. So you saw the weights too, and Nicole mentioned those. So those volunteers that moved off to the side now, I think they're all going to go back and do this at 10 o'clock today too. So they're
We are. I'm sure they are. Absolutely.
Close our jars up.
So now moving their wrist, and then I like it, just putting it to those everyday activities that you're doing.
Yes.
Close the jar, she said.
Both sides. We open the jar.
Yep. Doing both sides.
Both sides. Yep.
Yep.
Now let's close the jar. We also tap fingers. You can tap your fingers. Tap your pinky, your ring finger, your middle finger, your index finger, and your thumb, working all of those joints, loosening up all those joints.
You know, these are moves too that I can think of from our other classes too that aren't specifically geared, but you're doing those kinds of things in like Pilates and things as well. Like you're going through those movements, and that whole body awareness, I think, is something that you don't necessarily think of all of the time, because you're like, this isn't working out. You know, you convince yourself that you have to be doing cardio, you have to be lifting weights, you have to be doing something else, but really just those movements are so beneficial too.
And you know, I do think about, like we said, active older adults. And as you get older, you might have arthritis, or it might be a little bit tougher to open that pickle jar or close the pickle jar, whatever it is. But I don't feel like I'm an active older adult yet, and I have some of those same ailments. When you go to open or close a jar, you can feel it. Or if you twist just wrong as you're grabbing your seatbelt, that little twisting sometimes causes a little twinge in your back, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, Luann practices this all the time in Silver Sneakers class. I should be doing more of this. So they really are everyday activities that we can all benefit from, and if we all did a little bit of this now, I feel like we would all live that much longer and that much healthier and be that much more flexible and balanced and all of those important things.
And you only have to do as much as you're able to do.
Absolutely,
right?
That's what I was going to say. You are working at your own pace. So you can use the apparatus or you don't have to. And we can do every exercise in your chair. I mean, if you want to stay seated because maybe it's been a hard day, then go ahead and stay in your seat, and I will adapt all of the lessons that I'm doing for the chair. So please come and join us. We have a great time. We're on, did you say Tuesday, Thursday, 10:10? But you do need to call the day before. So make sure you get the Weiss number and call the day before. We'd love to have you join us. We do have a lot of fun. We listen to various music. And they do end up dancing toward the middle, but then I get them back on track. But we do have lots of fun. So thank you for giving us this time today. We've enjoyed sharing some of Silver Sneakers, and I hope to meet all of you.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Luann.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we know you have to get to the Y because you have to get all set up and welcome. How many spots are open in the first session each?
We have 18. We have 18 slots.
Okay.
So they fill up fast. So please call and join us.
Yeah. And I believe that if you were like, okay, yep, I'm putting on my shoes, I'm going to head out the door today, that 11-10 class probably has some openings.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
The 11-10 class does have some openings today. You could come join us.
So come work out, and then you could go grab lunch or get your groceries or whatever you need to do following that, and you're still home at a decent time in the afternoon. Right before the heat. The Y is air conditioned. That's a perk. Right.
Like Luann alluded to, we do ask that everyone calls in the day before to make a reservation. All of our adult fitness classes are totally free with membership, including Silver Sneakers. But if you want to try any of those classes, typically you just show up. The exception to that is this awesome Silver Sneakers class and our chair yoga class. We require a day before reservation for those. So give us a call, let us get your name on the list, and that way we make sure we have enough chairs set up and enough equipment cleaned and all that kind of thing, and we're ready for you.
All right, so if you see any of these ladies out and about, if you know someone that's here, thank you all so much for coming and doing that. You know, it's so nice to see it visually and know what to expect when you're going out. So if you know any of these ladies, you want to stop and ask them a question. They have just volunteered themselves forever now to be the Silver Sneakers spokespeople. So make sure they'll be happy to tell you about their experience with it, maybe some of those benefits that they've seen. So make sure that you stop them. If anything, just tell them good job today. It's not that easy to come on, let alone be working out when you're doing it. So thank you ladies so much for coming up. Have a great class today. Check out the Y's website too if you're interested in other classes. This is just one of several classes that the YMCA offers. There are more that are geared towards those movement rehabilitation, kind of maybe chair yoga. We have some aquatic programs too that can be really easy on those joints and movement. And then you could jump right into like full-on boot camp or something like that if you're interested. So check out the YMCA muscatiney.org and click on that program guide button so that you can see all of the things that are available to you at the Y. Have a great Tuesday.
We've all been through a lot together, and along the way you'll find out who really cares for you and who you can trust, because there's a lot of stuff that happens in life, like those days when the amazing happens, or those days that are really, really hard. That's why you need someone like Unity Point Health. Because when it comes to your health, you gotta have someone you can trust. Unity Point Health. Know how